We've done 2 Megapops with the Glaive Lord. We have done it with the Moab Domination, which was a surprise. But now is possibly the easiest to get to the point when it comes to 2 Megapops with a tier 5 Boomerang Monkey, the Perma-Charge. Head with red hot rings because we do want to actually do this. Yes, we are playing on a map that is not resort. We are not going to resort to the easier map in this case. We're going to resort to 4 circles because I think that the circles in this case are going to work really well with the curvature of our thing. Actually, we started with a wrong hero there. Yes, this is definitely our first attempt at this, and that other attempt was totally not it. So let's just get down to this and see how we fare on. Yes, we're not deploying a submarine submersion support. Well, we're not going to need it. We're not going to need the submersion support's decamification since we're going to be placing an invisibility potion on Geraldo. So, from Geraldo onto the Boomerang. Yeah, that would be very funny. But give you the invisibility potion for absolutely no reason whatsoever. My bad. Now we have the money for Geraldo. We don't want to place him too close to the entrance of the track because, well, it will start popping Moab class balloons. And honestly, I think that could be too close because it's going to increase in, what do you call it, in range over time. Hold on. There we go. I'm much better with that choice, I think. Or should I? Now we're going to place him further away. Geraldo does a surprising amount of damage to Moabs with its primary attack, so I'm very happy with that actually. That is definitely going to be the last straw. And sorry you have to watch through all that repetitiveness, but I swear to you, this is our first attempt at this. Just disregard everything else that has gone on. We have only been here for 1 minute and 10 seconds in accordance to this timer near the bottom right of the track. So here we are, Boomerang. We're going to go with faster rings and then red hot rings after that because I do want to be able to pop lead balloons and DDTs without needing an MIB or Jerry's Fire as a means of being able to pop lead balloons and DDTs. People will probably argue of going top path, but honestly, I prefer to play it safe despite having less pierce and do more damage per projectile. It just does not have that pierce in which the top path will have, but this path has more damage and range. Well, why 4 circles? We have plenty of opportunities to attack, and because of how the Boomerang Monkey operates where its boomerangs go in an arc, I think this map really suits Boomerang Monkey well when it comes to this particular pathway. Not so much the domination pathway as much. I mean, you could place them underneath the water so you can guarantee that straight line up there. But I would say the Glaive Lord and the Perma-Charge's path work really well. You can place the Glaive Lord in the middle of the track and able to have its 3 permanent glaives covering all 4 circles here. So, invisibility potion on you. Yeah, bionic boomerang. That's going to last us for quite a while, especially paired with red hot rains. Let's change the arm actually and see how we go along so that it's always following this part of the track here. Let's see, blue's still okay, green's still okay actually, and yellow's pretty well. I think because of the curvature of that, we're doing pretty well here. Yeah, that's done extremely well. I'm very happy with that so far. So, what do we want to do next? I do want a village of sorts. We'll place them here, actually. We will place the lovely behemoth there. And we'll be going towards radar scanner because we don't want to rely on invisibility potion anymore for that camo detection. We want to have permanent camo detection on our beloved tower of choice of 2 Megapops, and it's going to be this Perma-Charge without a question or shadow of doubt. But because of the fact we have red hot rings, we do not need to pursue MIB since it can pop all kinds of balloon properties now. Jungle drums is the way forward next, and then primary training then primary mentoring, and then an alchemist after that. We don't need the alchemist at this given point in time. We will need him eventually. It's just not right now. That added firepower is not needed at this point in time. And for the fact primary training gives more range, pierce, and projectile speed is a lot, actually. For an 865 monkey money upgrade, it packs a lot of punch when a primary monkey is within the range of this particular village. Primary mentoring is up, so now we're going to pursue an alchemist to help us out. And for people watching thinking that a 420 alchemist will be better at enhancing our boomerang, you are correct, but remember the middle path of the alchemist also takes away pops, in which our 2 Megapops tower needs. So stop with your 420 is better than 401 or 402. For this particular kind of scenario, if we want to get as little pops with the alchemist as possible, we don't want the stronger acid. Do I make myself clear? Let me just make it abundantly clear. Acid potions dissolve balloons faster, meaning they are more powerful and they stick around for the same amount of time, so therefore you go through more layers. Piercing potion. Attack potions deal more damage to Moab class balloons, which is bad, and strips fortified off of smaller balloons. So imagine it strips the fortified layer off of ceramic balloons. That is a lot of potential pops taken away. No thank you. And also more damage to Moab class balloons for this particular scenario of 2 Megapops, which is not the alchemist and it's impossible for an alchemist. No thank you. So just stop asking that this path here is better. It is very situationally better if, let's say, if we have a mortar monkey that we're trying to do 2 Megapops, or sniper, or darting gunner, which is not, well, on the track itself, but obviously it will be. It is only good if you have a tower in which you're pursuing 2 Megapops on, in which said tower can be placed off of the track and it will not harm its means of getting pops. Mortars, I agree with. You can bypass that need of being able to not get as many pops with the alchemist if the alchemist itself is nowhere on the field. Stop saying that 420 is better for this situation. I'm done with it. I have forgotten Perma-Charge. Let's pursue that so that we can initiate its ability when we really need it. Which is when lots of ceramics come into play, like round 63, or a huge bunch of BFBs pile up together, and they require more power and PS in order to deal with them all. Round 49. Okay, so this could be a scenario where we may need it. Hold on. No, we've got this under wraps. Well and under control. The beauty of placing a tower within the middle of the map, it's just so that it covers all 4 of these circles, so that you're able to attack balloons at any given point in time. You could even do like attack shooter 2 Megapops on this map as well, because of how the map works. Like, you don't need a ultra easy map like Resort or Logs in order to do attack shooter on, even though I've done that because, well, with these kind of 2 Megapops, sometimes I'd like to give a guide in which is as easily repetitive as possible, so that other people can then pursue it themselves, and if they're stuck, then they can follow along with what I'm doing at any given point in time. It's not the fact that I just want to make it as easy as possible, because these 2 Megapop challenges are hard regardless of what tower you're pursuing 2 Megapops with, but it's just the map itself can sometimes be the make or break in this scenario. Okay, so we've got ceramics here. Ooh, we just about dealt with those. What about... No, we're going to need to restart this round. We can afford overclock, which is good. Off by nearly 420. That's a good number, that is. Okay, so overclock, we will be able to deal with all this now. We will be able to deal with all this because of a faster attack rate. Which Also, some people say, why do you pursue an overclock? Why do you go for so much support? Well, I think ideally that you would want to go for tier 5 as soon as possible. But without the correct kind of support, you wouldn't be able to get from tier 4 to tier 5 in the first place. So I think in some cases, you need to sacrifice a little bit of money in order to be able to get to the desired upgrade that you want in order to get that 2 Megapops. Some sacrifices are needs to be made, and Lord Farquaad from Shrek will say that again and again in the first movie. Well, not again and again, but just like it's a very it's a very iconic moment within the film. Some of you may die, but that is a sacrifice I am willing to take, or I am willing to make, whichever one of those are two. Can't believe I'm mentioning Lord Farquaad in a Balloons Tower Defense 6 video, but hey ho, there have been stranger things that have happened in Stranger Things. Yeah, these regrows, these rainbows, these regrows can be kind of a problem, so just to instantly solve that issue, just activate your turbocharge and then your problems will be dealt with. As long as you have enough PS, you can deal out the damage. Fortified, you're gonna be an issue, aren't you? Even with overclock, you're gonna be an issue. Oh, this could be... Nah, we're gonna need to restart the round. Some money may be sacrificed, but that is a sacrifice I am willing to make in order to stun these balloons and ensure they don't get further along the track. Round 62 is completed and finalized. It's just a matter of if. No, so it's a matter of when, not if. I got those two mixed up there. But even this, round 63 is going to be a bit of an issue. But let us hold off for just a little bit. A little bit. We want to pursue this still. We want to hold off using turbocharge for as long as possible. So that when the third lot of ceramics comes around... Okay, we're going to activate it now. When the third lot of ceramics comes around, the turbocharge will still be in place and we'll be able to deal with all that. Excellent. That's actually one of the biggest threats done and over with, because the one disadvantage that the bottom path has in comparison to the top path has is Pierce. The top path has a lot more Pierce, but less damage. Whereas the bottom path has more range, more damage, but less Pierce. And sometimes it's Pierce that you need, not damage or range. And in this case, we are lacking that Pierce, but with the means of primary training, we're able to somewhat circumvent our less Pierce than we would normally have. It's always good to have that Pierce. This is all of the support I feel we'll need in order to get to the Perma-Charge. And once we get there, we will be unstoppable. We will be permanently powerful. I accidentally overclocked the wrong thing, but no matter, it will glob the balloons even more quickly, which will sometimes probably be better than overclocking the boomerang, but obviously the boomerang is something that we need to overclock at all times. So that was a mistake on my part, but at least we're not overclocking the wrong tower. Turbocharge time. They're getting a little bit too far on the track with my liking. Also in update 38, the time that it takes for the turbocharge to come back is longer by 5 seconds. Not ideal. I should have done Perma-Charge in update 37 when the ability takes less time to regenerate. But on the other note, I should have done Super Maelstrom in this update, because with the primary mentoring, its ability, it literally has an infinite amount of time that it can have active. It is literally a permanently powerful tower to have at all times because of the changes made to its ability, enabling its ability to literally come back almost instantaneously, and then with primary mentoring instantaneously. Like, that is something I feel like Ninja Kiwi did not look over, because the Super Maelstrom is powerful enough as it is. Like, just keep spamming its ability and it'll get through round 98 very easily, as long as all of the balloons are within a close proximity to the Super Maelstrom itself. Like, it can handle so many balloons at once, and you don't need to decrease its ability cooldown even further, which is what Ninja Kiwi did. It's like they took away some of the timing of a certain tower, namely this one, but then they gave that reduction to another tower which already has an insanely short cooldown anyway. So yeah, we take some and we lose some. I mean, we got our Perma-Spike back, which is good. Let's see, round 75. I'm gonna need to hold off using the Perma-Charge because we desperately need it for the next round. If we don't use it next round, we're going to be overwhelmed by the regrows. Let's see, will this be able to hold off everything? The Relentless Glue is coming in clutch there when it comes to globbing them, which is good. Keep it. Oh, no, that's not good. I think I need to apply the Jerry's Fire at the beginning of the round. Again, this is a flawless run with absolutely no retries whatsoever. Wink, wink. So, with at the beginning of the round, I hope that we'll be able to deal with all this without needing a Perma-Charge, because I assure you, we desperately need it for round 76. 76 is an absolute murder fest if you do not have the correct kind of towers in place with the correct kind of support. It's a bunch of regrow ceramics, and nobody needs to tell you how lethal regrow ceramics are if you pop them, but don't completely pop them. Here we go, Perma-Charge, and it deals with that. Also, a really funny synergy between the Perma-Charge or the Perma-Charge with Jerry's Fire is that when its ability is active, rather than churning out fire, it churns out boomerangs, which is insanely funny, but it only works if you have red hot rains. Well, this could be struggling. It was a struggle at first, but again, Relentless Glue coming in. Also in update 38.1, this thing can still stun ZOMGs and BFBs. Whereas in the patch notes originally for update 38 indicates that the blue Moabs, such as the first ones that ever spawn, and DDTs are the ones that should be stunned by Relentless Glue. But BFBs and ZMGs can also be stunned, which I'm not going to complain at all, no, but it shouldn't be within the game. We have Perma-Charge now. We are permanently unstoppable now. And with all of our support, we cannot fail whatsoever. Literally, with Perma-Charge, we are literally unstoppable. We cannot fail now. Like, the only thing we could do is just suffer stupid. And we ain't stupid, y'all. We is smart. We is loyal. Another one bites the dust. Just how fast that ZMG just went down. With the combined might of all support. The Overclock, Geraldo, the Alchemist, and the Glue. And also the primary mentoring village with Radar Scanner. We are an unstoppable force of an almost endless supply of Aussie boomerangs. Actually, I should have changed the flag to Australia for this particular scenario, but I love putting up the flag of my home country, the UK. Our next step, believe it or not, is the Perma-Brew. Sorry, believe it or not. We're going to make the strongest stimulant and acidic mixture dip effect permanent on our Perma-Charge with Red Hot Rains. And because of Red Hot Rains, we do not require an MIB to pop DDTs. You can't tell me enough otherwise how much of a pain DDTs are if you don't have a means of lead popping. Round 87 is done. Round 88 is here. These just go down so easily. It's like, we'll probably have a much harder time if we didn't have primary training and primary mentoring, because they innately affect primary towers in such unique ways in which the other classes do not have from the village itself. Like you could say that MIB is something for all, jungle drums are something for all, but the top path is innately for the primary category. And I think it's rightfully so, because I think primary is probably the least powerful of the 4 categories. Like you could say that some heroes are more powerful than any of the categories by far, like a Dora, like a Zeely, like Sorter in some cases. But generally speaking, I think that primary towers are the weakest out of all 4. They're not weak, but they are the weakest. And saying weakest does not mean that they are weak. Like this is a case of a primary tower that is goddamn powerful. I'm sorry I'm slowing down, but sometimes you just gotta witness the devastation in slow motion. Because devastation in fast motion means you cannot watch each particle of disassemblance or disassemblements of these balloons. Here we go, Perma-Charge with Overclock, and we are absolutely decimating the opposition without a single question or shadow of doubt. We're not even making it halfway across the map, and it's round 94. Okay, round 95. But you get my drift. Also, these deities are not going to stand a chance. Just look at all of them getting glued up. Okay, we're going to need to use our Perma-Charge ability there. An already fast attack. Super fast, mind you. Sonic fast is even more lethal. Perma-Charge is here. What are we going to do now? We're just going to stick some more glues down there, then call it a day. Also, paired with the fact that we've got primary mentoring, means that all tier 1 upgrades are for free. Nice. Another turbo charge, another overclock. Yeah, we're gonna really... Oh, wait a minute, I've forgotten something. Do more damage to camos. Joe's hot sauce. Yeah, we're good. We're very good. How close is it to level 20, actually? Oh, not that far off. Okay, so let us now do something a bit sassy. We're going to put these creepy idols in the middle here. And I'll put the other 2 once level... level 20 for Gerardo comes along. And we'll put them in the other corners of this small diamond-shaped place. Let's see, we're going to screw that one, lovely. Again, we're just going to stick them around this area. There's no need for impatience here. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, they just keep getting chucked back. There's no need to worry about possible regrowth simply because of the fact that there are no such thing as regrowths anymore. Besides these deities. Let's see. You can be placed there. You can be placed there. Our Perma-Charge is being idolized. Round 99, 100 is here, and just watch the absolute massacre of this bad. You have no chance, my friend. Your tail is already bandaged, which means you are very close to your demise. And there it is. They're not even gonna make it halfway across the track. And let's switch arms, actually. It's not even halfway across the track. Yeah, Perma-Charge is too easy. With the other 2 paths, we had a lot of work and a bit of RNG to work with. But once we set it up here, we were super cool. And we still have 5,000 left over for possibly a 4th glue gunner, but we did it. 2,030,789 pops. Aside from a few hiccups at the very start and a few close rounds in which we need to restart the round, pretty cool. A pretty good tower, and look at its range as well. With all this put together, with the invisibility potion that enables more range and more damage to camo balloons. The Perma-Brew Alchemist, the Primary Mentoring Village. Like, all of these attributes. Just makes this, it literally covers every single part of these 4 circles if there are mowers across it. So if there's a mower on the very edge here, it can still hit it simply because of the fact that their hitboxes are bigger. So I'm hoping that my argument about the middle path was not too overwhelming, but I wanted to put that forward because a lot of people comment saying that the middle path is much better for buffing any towers, and in most cases I agree with that. I would normally only ever have, let's say, a 4-2-0 in the scenario that the strongest stimulant and acidic mixture dip lasts longer or lasts for more shots. Once you get Perma-Brew, the middle path, aside from just dealing more damage and taking away the fortified layer off of non-Moab class balloons, is pointless for the Perma-Brew aspect. Like, Perishing Potions does not strengthen Perma-Brew in any way, given shape or form. It's just there so that you're able to circumvent some of the time loss in which you don't have the strongest stimulant or the acidic mixture dip. But once you get Perma-Brew, the benefits of it lasting longer are completely irrelevant, since this is, in capital letters, permanent on monkeys who drink it, which is anything in its radius. And if you want to move about, you get yourself a fancy support Chinook in order to do that, because if you sell it, then obviously all of the benefits go away. But nonetheless, thank you all so much for watching, and in my next video, which could take a day or two, we're going to be talking about Psy. So I'm hoping you, as my wonderful audience, are looking forward to that. Thank you all so much for watching, and take care of yourselves, everyone.